Hey everyone, welcome back to Mega May and the Saturday Zero Saturday. I forgot what Jarrett wanted me to call this. It's all out of zero today for your viewing entertainment. Right now we have Flameberger. We are going to see Mega Man Zero All Elves. You should just write it down on a post-it note for me. We're gonna see All Elves. Should be a good one. Looking forward to Flame, you doing your thing. I'm gonna throw it over to you, and you give me a countdown whenever you're ready to start this off.
Okay. Hello. I'm back. It feels like it's been ages.
Great.
Okay.
0-1.
Yeah, I mean we can just talk about it during the run probably.
We have to
so
sit here waiting and then talk about it after.
Up to you. Just give me a countdown whenever you're ready, and I'll do it to it.
yep, I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, you keyboard gaming?
No.
Oh, you have the controller set to keyboard keys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so this is the All Elves category. That means I need to get all the elves, which are like these little collectible guys that you can use them to like restore health or raise your max HP or fly out of pits and things like that.
Yeah, they lower your ranking though if you use them, and they also mess up RNG, which I'm not even sure if you are going to be able to do RNG manip if you're collecting elves.
There's not much RNG manipulation in this run.
Yeah. Lowering our health here because it's one of those fights where you can optionally lose it to speed it up.
Yeah, there's a cutscene that triggers a lot faster if you're at low health. I'll be doing a trick here where I like jump up and down with the saber out. And if it goes well, you'll see like a million yellow sparks coming off the boss. And that's me getting like...
If it doesn't go well, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I just got like 60 or so hits worth of EXP in a couple seconds.
Yeah,
which
we
is...
make good use of Seal's body by using her to grind experience with the saber.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works. Something to do with like the overlapping hitboxes.
Basically gives you an XP every frame because it gives you experience per hit. Does that give 1 experience or 2 because you're holding down saber?
1 EXP.
Okay, still 1. I wasn't sure if holding the down gave you 2.
Okay, going into our second mission here. So for most of the elves, there's pretty much 3 main ways that I get them. One is that sometimes they're just like sitting around in the world.
Some are drops from enemies, right?
Yeah, others are from killing enough of certain enemy types on certain missions, like that one. And then the other main way is like a lot of the bosses and mini bosses have them. Okay, got that one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, 0-1 has my favorite art style for the like talking portraits. I really like the like art style for them. I don't know how to describe it. It just looks cool. Kind of reminds
I know
me
exactly what you mean.
Kind of reminds me of like Daisuke art from the earlier Guilty Gears.
An elf out of those like weird spike towers as well. Yeah, so this run it's like there's going to be a lot of farming specific enemies on each mission because almost every mission has some elves that drop from enemy kills. This guy's not really cooperating.
It's looking like me fighting this guy. Yeah, so briefly mentioned it. Unfortunately, because the elves like particle effects, because of how it works, it changes RNG every frame while an elf's on screen. Usually this run has RNG minute for the bosses, which makes them very consistent, obviously. We can't really make use of that when you're collecting elves. It's going to be winging it for a lot of the bosses, I assume.
Yeah, it's not quite every frame from elves. Like, it is technically possible. Where am I going? I'm going this way.
Yeah, if you collect the elf on like the exact same time every time, I guess it would work.
So I got up to an A rank after completing that mission, which lets me go into Seal's room there and get that elf, which is a rare case of rank actually mattering.
At least in 0-1, rank doesn't do a whole lot. It's more
Yeah.
0, 2, and 3, where it like gives you the EX skills and stuff. What else does rank even do other than power up the bosses? Like, it gives the bosses an extra attack.
I think that's pretty much it.
Thanks, 0-1. Also, unpopular opinion, I love 0-1. It's probably my favorite Zero game.
Yeah, this game owns.
It's like 0-1 and 0-3. All the Zero games are good, but I really like 0-1. It also has like the most fun hard mode for me.
Hopefully I don't die to this guy. I did at the start of the month.
Yeah, this guy's terrifying. You notice he's a circle, but the hitboxes are they're rectangles, man. They're scary. This is a really hard loop, by the way, if you haven't tried it yourself. I can't do that. I can't do that.
We got him, boys.
It's really easy to drop that loop.
Yeah, so this game's got kind of an interesting combo system. It's not the same as like later games in the series like ZX, where it's like properly defined orders of attacks to do a combo. In this game, it's just like there are a small selection of attacks which only give the boss a tiny amount of invincibility time. So you can just like hit the boss over and over again with those combo attacks if you manage to avoid ever giving the boss full invincibility, which is really difficult with the jumping spin slashes.
Yeah,
Because if you hit him with like the
final
start or the end of the spin, it'll give full invincibility.
This is a fun jump. Thanks, Capcom.
Yeah, a lot of the elves are like surprisingly hard to get in terms of like doing wonky jumps and things like that.
So, just a heads up for people that are familiar with this game, there is one elf that you can't get in New Game and we'll be skipping, thank God, called Jackson.
Yeah.
Because that would have added like an hour to this run. Because you have to grind and upgrade all the elves to max level and then go into New Game Plus and you get Jackson.
Yeah, this category is technically like all elves, parentheses, that you can get in a single playthrough on a fresh file.
Yeah.
Talk to this old man and listen to his story.
I love that I saw that you got the achievement for talking to this guy, and I was like, yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. I will do some manipulation at the start of this stage to try and get large energy crystal drops.
Yeah, this stage is like awful casually, and it's also awful in the speedrun, but you can do a lot of cool optimization with like Saber experience and crystal drops. I think this has one of the more annoying elves to get as well. I think it's like one random jump in the middle.
This one's not bad.
So the way the XP works with the Saber is like, I think the first hit of a combo does 1, the second does 2, and the last slash does 4? Or is it 3?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I will not be leveling up the elves. Or else
No,
we'd
we
be
are
here
not
all day.
maxing the elves. So no Jackson. This is triple rod.
Yeah, first cycle's slow. For the next couple cycles, I'm gonna bait Anubis to go to this left side, and then I'll be able to poke him from the ground, which is a combo attack, so I can just hit him repeatedly. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting stage where the level doesn't end when you beat the boss. After this, to complete the mission, there's like a long escort sequence where we need to guide some guy all the way back to the start of the level. So that's what I have to do to complete the mission, but I'm not actually here to complete the mission. I'm here to get all the elves, and that guy does not give me an elf for saving him, so I'm out of here. See ya.
Face. Yeah, the triple. All of the weapons in 0-1 are really strong. Like, everyone has a very good use. Shield's obviously the most broken. But you can also do, when you level them up, you can also do very cool combos. Like, you can do like 2 saber slashes into a jump charge triple run slash. Why is the music in this stage so much louder?
Farm the motorbikes too.
I had to lower the volume by like 70% just for this stage. You see.
Well, get the elf that he drops. Now, the top of the train's kind of annoying here because there's several enemies that I need to farm for elves, and a lot of them are like really kind of annoying to kill because they have a lot of health and can sometimes block attacks. So I kind of just have to hit them a bunch and get through it.
Are you actually using any of the elves this round? I assume not.
No. Technically, the requirement of the category is to end the run while having all the elves, and they get consumed if you use them. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think about how it worked for the category.
Yeah, so I'm actually not allowed to use the elves, which doesn't affect me too much because
yeah, most of them aren't very helpful for a speedrun anyway, to be honest. I think
like
a couple of them help with damage.
Where I would use them to float out of pits. All right, hopefully I don't die on this guy. That's not good. Okay, we're doing this the slow way.
Yeah, the idea is after a certain point you can walk into the wall and it does less damage than the fire, and you can just keep slashing him with the triple row. Oh, congrats on the level up.
Oh, thank you.
All elves uses less elves than all missions. That is true. All missions does use, I think, 1 elf.
2.
Or is it 2? 2 elves, and they're
2
both
big
the
ones.
float.
Okay, now we're gonna go get our other optional weapon, the shield boomerang, and hopefully I have 250 energy crystals. I'll check when I equip the shield. I feel like I probably don't. 208, that's not even close.
Nope, that's unlucky.
Okay, I'll have to come back here later then.
Okay, so having the shield now lets us melt bosses by abusing the like extremely jank combo system of 0-1.
Yeah, normally if I'm comboing a boss with the saber, I need to interrupt my combo before I get to the end because the final hit will give full invincibility time. But if I'm holding the shield button, it just like auto cancels my combo at the first possible moment.
Shield Boomerang is insanely powerful in 0-1. Even just using it as an actual weapon is really powerful.
Yeah, the shield owns.
You'll see damage stacking with the shield, I assume, later, unless...
Yeah, a little bit.
Unless the run ends before then. Oh, no, there was that one boss, Leon.
Alright. It wasn't fast, but I didn't die.
Hey, it's Sapuya.
Sure is. This guy's gonna give us a really good model in a few games.
Yeah. And melt. This is the power of holding shield while spamming the saber.
Yeah, that's a boss that has 3 full health bars, so that would normally take a long time to kill.
The bosses in 0-1 have a lot of HP.
Okay, now we get a giant mech mini boss. I will hopefully do some damage stacking here, where the idea is to have 2 overlapping hitboxes, and the enemy will be hit by them both repeatedly.
Also, I just noticed since past mentioned that doing this is not trivial. By the way, dashing with the shield out, you need to like hit the dash on the first 3 frames or something when you land from a jump, and then you can chain dashes that way. Yeah, here's the damage stacking with the shield.
Yeah, so I got some good hits on this back segment. Ideally, I would have killed it instantly, but
Yeah, it didn't go perfect.
it's fine. And then I deliberately don't kill the middle segment here. Oh, jeez. Not
What a
really.
fat kid. I forget to re-equip shield.
Yeah. That is not a place where I was expecting to take a death.
I know. Also, past mentioning that the health elves are important. Shouts to the elf that says, "Health for you, death for me. Life for you, death for me." Yeah, for those not familiar with this game, using an elf story-wise, it's you consuming the elf by killing it and then like making use of it. So that's probably one of the big reasons why they punished you for punished your rank, which doesn't really do anything for using them.
Get up here with a pogo, so I can get this. Okay, yeah, what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by those spikes is I do need to farm these bats for an elf, so that's why I don't want the middle segment there destroyed early. I just got the elf there, right?
Yeah.
Cool, not too bad. Other than the random death.
Yeah, rank matters more in the later games. In this game, it's mostly just if you want like the boss fights to have the full moveset.
Yeah, it's like for bragging rights, basically.
Also, it's kind of annoying in the speedrun because if you have a high rank, the bosses that have their S rank attack, they just go invulnerable, most of them. If I remember right.
Yeah, they're really bad sometimes. Okay, gotta farm these things, which are really weird. Like, they have these barriers that protect them from attacks, but like sometimes they block attack that you don't think they should, and sometimes they don't block attack that it definitely should. Then there's a stealth sequence here where if any of those scanners spot me, the door to the factory will start to close. And if it completely closes before I get in, then I fail the mission, because I need to get in there.
I've seen this route through in years.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I expect to get spotted in that segment, and then I have enough time to get through.
Was that for rod experience, or you just really hate those guys?
No, I have to farm spider kills. Nuts.
Oh, spider kills. Yeah. That is a classic. This is a hard stage when you're not going by like any percent timings.
Okay. I'm gonna re-kill these guys just in case. I should still have the elf that they dropped.
Terrible section? I think it's a cool section. Well,
Okay,
if the screen was more zoomed out, it would be a good section.
Alright, we're going the upper route this time.
The screen crunch in Zero isn't that bad compared to a lot of GBA games, but that's one of the sections where it shows a bit.
Okay. If I'm doing this kind of wonky, I'm just gonna farm spiders here. Okay.
Yeah, recoil rod bounce is used for a couple things in the in missions, just for the bounce. Very good. Fun fact: there's like an enemy you're supposed to bounce off of there, like you saw. When I was learning the speedrun for this game, I think my first run, I somehow despawned that enemy you're supposed to bounce off of, so I just couldn't do it. I'm not getting the bonus health from up there, gamer.
Did get the bonus one up, so I've restored the lives I've lost, and I will actually take the life up here, but I'm not a gamer.
Unlucky.
So, I mean, that's not actually like safety health. I need that health to do the boss skill quickly.
Yeah, you need the boss. You like damage boost through it.
Yeah, I soak a lot of damage on this fight.
This is a simple fight, but it's a fun fight to do.
Yeah, it looked like I'm just standing here and poking up, which is technically true, but getting the kill and I got a unfortunate triple rod level. So now that I have like the full triple rod combo, it'll give it gives full invincibility if I hit the boss with the whole combo. So I actually
leveling up the rod too much is actually kind of bad.
Yeah, normally I can just like kill that in 2 cycles by spamming the first 2 hits of the triple rod spam, but since I got the full level up there, it threw it all out of whack. Okay, next up is defending the factory, now that we just occupied it. This is an interesting stage where the boss is at the very beginning. Shoot 1 lemon into the left wall for RNG manip.
Very good, we can actually use RNG manip.
Okay, so
Fandom.
I already went through the factory in the previous mission and picked up all of the elves in there. And the only elves that are specific to this level are the ones from Phantom and the ones from these dogs. So I'm out of here. See ya.
Somebody else can deal with that.
I mean, we probably didn't need that factory for anything, right?
Well, who knows? Why do we occupy it in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
This is like one other level where screen crunch is pretty horrific when you're playing casually. You have to take the walls down slowly because you can't see what's below you. I mean, not in the speed, obviously.
Okay, gotta farm some turtles.
Farm some turtles.
Yeah, turtle farming. Or you never farmed a turtle before?
I haven't.
Newbie. Gotta rescue a bunch of prisoners from these cells, and it's also like a sort of a stealth sequence where if the guards spot me, the cells will become unopenable for a pretty significant amount of time.
Yeah, it's way too long.
So to avoid that, I'll hopefully just be killing the guards from long range with a buster before they can see me.
Also, no one's tried it. I mean, most people will probably hate it. I'm weird. The hard mode in this game is very cool. It's not necessarily more fun because you don't get weapon upgrades, but...
Unlucky. Yeah, I got kind of caught on the wall while I was dropping down. Threw everything off.
Yeah, the gimmick of all the zero game hard modes is like you can't upgrade your weapons anymore, and In 0-1, I think it still stays fun because you don't actually have the combo moves from the later games anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
Okay, so if he cooperates, this boss will just like jump over to me, start an ice beam, and then get attacked 100 times and die.
Yep.
If he doesn't cooperate, he'll waste a bunch of my time and then eventually do that.
Yeah, it's one of the
Or
easier
kill me.
bosses.
Okay, now. Oh, I haven't forgotten any elves.
Well,
You've been keeping track, right? You've been counting?
Yeah. If you miss an elf, then it's most elves. So.
Yeah. There's a non-zero chance that this is actually a most elves run. We won't know until the end.
There's a lot of elves in this game. There's like 3 pages of elves.
Okay, gotta kill the camels and these weird bug things.
You go back to the desert on any other mission?
Yeah, there's...
3?
Well, I mean, there's 2 missions where, like, you just go through, like, a screen or 2 and then...
Yeah, like the one we just
drop
did
into the
wasn't
base,
really a
yeah.
desert level.
Did I get the elf from the bugs?
No.
Okay, I guess I'll die.
Thank goodness there's elf feeding. Not for us. Ain't feeding no elves, that takes too long. Yeah, you got the elf from the camel guys, I think, but you didn't get him.
Yeah,
from the
I'll kill him again just in case, but...
Yeah.
That's always kind of annoying because you can't scroll the screen backwards. Okay, there we go.
There it is.
So, like, on most levels, I could just go back and forth and farm the same bug if I wanted to, like, if I didn't have it by the end. But, yeah, I don't know, I must have missed, like, a bunch of them during
You
the
jumped
stage.
over. Yeah, you jumped over the middle one. If you're like on an S rank playthrough, this is one of the funniest bosses because he can just spam his invuln move like over and over, and it's the worst thing in the world. It's not even difficult to dodge; he's just invincible. Yeah, you need so many crystals to upgrade.
Yeah, you need
elves.
thousands, and, like, you can't even hold that many. So you need to, like, farm a bunch of crystals, turn them
Yep.
in, farm a bunch more.
It's like
It's
an
awful.
hour of grinding. There's at least a pretty like brain dead place to grind for them, but like if you're in the mission hub, you can just go to where the Aztec Falcon area and then like find an AFK strat for destroying the towers. But I do remember I did do that on my cartridge. It was I've only done it once, so I'm sure that means it was a fun experience.
I've also only done it once. I could have made that cycle. This is fine.
I don't think you should have tried anyway, but yeah, you could have made it. Don't even think about it.
But what if? Okay, so we got the squid and the fish elves.
So fun fact, speedrunning this level in English is like legitimately harder because well, it doesn't matter for this category, but for the any percent, this ship moving up and down is on a global cycle, and the English text boxes are longer, so it's harder to get through it in time.
Yeah, it's harder to get the good cycle on English. Okay,
So-
there's 4 elves in this space, so I'm going to need you to count to 4.
Okay, I can do that.
That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Good.
That's 4. God, there's so many enemies.
Yeah, this area is really annoying.
Just
There's like
constant
always a
bullet
bullet
sounds.
right in front of you when you try and go anywhere. No idea how
There,
you're supposed to find this one.
cheeky hidden one. It's not that bad actually, because I think when you go up here, you can kind of see a bit of it.
I don't think so.
Even if you hug.
Green doesn't scroll over.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Wouldn't mind some health, but I should be fine. If the fight goes right, I won't need it. If the fight goes poorly, then we'll see.
Yeah, I can imagine this is a pretty annoying fight not to have RNG in it, due to the whole floating
You'd
up
be
and
wrong.
down next to spikes. Oh.
Oh, kind of beefed it, but yeah, Leviathan doesn't actually have any randomness in her attack pattern. Same with Harpuya, interestingly enough. Like, 2 of the Guardians are just completely non-RNG. Well, I think there's randomness, like, if you let the fight go on.
Yeah, but they always start doing the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the last regular mission. Now we need to defend the base again. Most of this level is actually like pretty much identical to it in all missions, because there's no elves during the like regular part of the level. Just stun that guy. Wiggle on these ones.
You have to, like, hold a down saber there to decrease your hitbox size in order to get past that guy. Pretty cool optimization.
Alright, and then this is where it actually gets different, because one of this guy's attacks is to spit out these like mini monkeys that do drop an elf.
This is the most annoying boss, and you don't RNG in it too, I think.
It's up there, yeah. Okay. A little spooky, but got him in the combo.
Yeah, there's a couple bosses, well, a lot of bosses you can combo if you can saber them against the wall. Some bosses have ways to get out of it, and by some, I think one.
Yeah,
But
first
as long
form
as-
of the final boss.
yeah, as long as you just frame perfect, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so that opens up the endgame levels. There are 2 more things I must do before I go.
Oh my god, it's X. By X.
How'd you know who that was?
I can read Japanese now. You couldn't tell from me checking the wrong mission like 5 times in the last run.
Surely now we can afford to pay this guy to get out of our way.
Very good.
So one interesting thing about this game is that like the missions aren't just in like isolated places you get teleported to. It is actually like a continuous world, similar
Yeah,
to
this is
ZX.
unironically more of a Metroidvania than ZX is. To be honest, you just never actually have to go
Yeah.
anywhere.
You never have any reason to actually like do that other than to get this one elf, which you can't get during any mission. But it's kind of neat, and it's kind of a precursor to what they ended up doing with ZX and ZXA. Alright, this level has a lot of elves, and none of them are in convenient locations.
Yep. At least one of them looks like they're out of bounds. I guess briefly touching on what little story I can remember. CL's rebel leader, somebody claiming to be X, is leading the bad guy robots. We're invading X's stronghold. After X showed up as an elf and said, "Yo, that ain't me."
I understand everything now. There's another damage stack.
This strat's cool. Good enough. You're gonna have to wait a little. But...
Okay. Alright, this next one is the worst elf in the game. Okay. I managed to open the capsule.
Yeah,
Ideally, I would have landed on that ledge and been able to get the elf right away. Instead, we take a breather. How's your day going, Fat Kid?
Pretty good. I had a good nap before this.
Yeah, I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep, a Red Bull, and a Slim Jim.
Nice. I feel pretty refreshed, to be honest. But
yeah, I'm doing all right.
Naps are a godsend, everyone. Naps are good. That elf is so good that it makes you go through this stage twice, at least.
It's not the only one.
You can miss
in
it
this level. Okay. Yeah, this pogo is really annoying because like you can't jump high enough to really clear this guy properly. So it's really easy to get hit by him as you're pogoing off him. Alright, hopefully this boss cooperates. Probably he won't, and I'll just have to chase him all over the room.
I was about to ask you to show the slug text box, and I realized we're in Japanese.
Yeah, sorry. Ooh. Taking hits I shouldn't be taking on this fight. But I didn't die.
Neo Arcadia is a pretty brutal gauntlet, just because there's so much level and so many bosses you gotta do without a transition full heal. Like really hard when it's your first playthrough. Oh my god, saved. I did not think you were gonna make that.
I always make that.
Speaking of, how was I supposed to know that's there?
Yeah, that one is egregious. I really would have liked to have gotten some health somewhere. That's fine. Yeah, like, that platform that I rode over to there, it doesn't go all the way to the ledge even. So, like, even if you find that, you
you
have
just
to know
goes
to just do a
nowhere
blind
and you're, like,
jump.
confused. Alright, this boss is easy.
You're supposed to wait until after I kill it without dying to say that, but thank you. Okay. Tower. This is just like the hardest stage in general.
Yeah.
Isn't changed too much by all the elves. Probably for the best.
just to be clear, the stage we just did was that long level. It was 2 bosses and a mid boss all on 1 health bar. Oh shit! Oh, we getting skips?
Hopefully. Yeah, so I'm gonna ride this elevator. I respawned that 1 helicopter guys because I need to kill a certain amount of them. And then like there's iceless style jumps to skip the end of the elevator that hopefully I'll be able to do.
Thankfully, Iceless in this game has like you can set up the start just by dashing into the wall without an input, and it puts you the perfect length. Don't think that makes it easy because I can't do this. I can do Iceless in X1 like every time. I cannot do this. Yeah, not every time, within 3 attempts, but...
Alright.
Now for the, like, the scariest boss? One of them?
It can be. You can definitely kill me really fast if I get hit.
Yeah. Like, I would call this one of the scariest.
I don't want him to do that attack. Cut it out. Okay, this is the good one.
Yeah, it's faster to tank damage on this boss, obviously, but they do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
That was a really
this
good
should
plan.
be the last elf. In theory, I have all elves. Whether or not that's actually true, we'll find out at the end.
Yeah, whether it's all elves or most elves.
There are no elves in the final stage, so this is actually just like all missions.
This boss rush.
Which hopefully I know how to do this fight or this stage with the regular all missions route.
Yeah, the only hard part about this stage is keeping your RNG manip as long as possible, I would say.
Yeah. So I kicked up a smoke cloud jumping off that wall, and then I'm gonna wait for this guy to finish his ice beam before I actually kill him.
Anything that has, like... Sorry, you can't.
Yeah, this whole stage is just gonna be, like, doing miscellaneous things to make sure I'm staying on track on the RNG manipulations.
Yeah, anything that creates, like, randomized particles, like smoke clouds from, like, dashing and stuff, or sliding on walls, that's just gonna mess everything up. So you gotta be really, really careful.
Yeah, for this guy, for example, I'm gonna let him catch his scepter on every one of these cycles. Just as part of the manip. I'm gonna be on the right side this time. Yeah, most games will cycle RNG on every frame, but in this game they decided to not do that. It only cycles when random events actually happen, which is what allows for this kind of manipulation.
Like ZX, where skipping the cutscene gave you like a fixed RNG, isn't that like a thing in 03 as well?
Yes.
That was a
But
thing
not in
multiple
04. They fixed it and then they unfixed it.
And then they unfixed it, yes. And obviously not in 02, because you can't skip the cutscenes.
Yeah. Okay, so if all's according to plan, this guy will just try and dash through me twice and then die. Okay, kind of, but not really.
I think that messes up the RNG though, does it?
No, yeah, it's wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Basically, I messed up the manipulation at some point during the Maha fight, and I get, like, a pattern that's good enough on that guy, but I won't have the pattern I want on Phantom, unfortunately.
From here, we're in winging it territory now.
Yeah, you can grab that for marathon safety. Don't know how many lives I have. I think it's
4.
Probably even more than that, because I got 2 in the stop the hacking stage. You might be right though.
The last time I saw your pause menu was at 3.
Okay.
But I haven't seen your pause menu in a while. Flame is intentionally attacking the clone. They're not just like very blind.
Thank you for the clarification.
No problem.
Yeah,
We
if you
intentionally
actually
take a
hit him, yeah, that was intentional if it wasn't clear. But if you actually hit like the real one, then he just keeps doing the clone attack, and it takes forever.
Okay, yeah, you're at 5 lives. Now you're at 4.
Yeah, taking the intentional death there resets the RNG, so we're back on track, boys.
Yep.
Okay. So Fafnir should try to jump over me twice and die.
Surprised if they don't. Oh, yeah. Many things that can mess up the RNG just yet.
Yeah, the boss still counts as defeated even if you die to the self-destruct. Gonna delay clearing this text to let her float down into a good spot where I can actually hit her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One more smoke cloud. Then we need to count to 9 here, not counting this barrier guy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably should have picked up the health drop I saw, but sure damn fine. So if the mint nip's right, Copy X is going to wall dash over to the left, and I will be able to combo him there. If I hit him too many times in that combo, he will break out of it, go invincible, and leave. But there are a couple ways of resetting. I can either get a frame perfect pickup at like the moment he lands on the ground, or I can catch him out of his next attack.
Yeah, see, Flame's letting him drop there. It's a really quite scary fight if they actually move. So thankfully they didn't.
Yeah, so I got the frame perfect reset on the first cycle, and then I was like probably 1 frame early on the next. But got enough damage in, and it was good enough to
this is
finish
a
him off.
cool last boss. I love this boss.
Yeah, this boss is pretty cool.
Everyone probably hates them because, well, the 2 sides that you just fall to your death in. But if you're playing this casually, make good use of triple rod. You can just jump up and hit him. Very good.
Time.
GG's, yeah, time.
Another tip for a casual playthrough on this guy is his attacks do like 10 bajillion damage if you get hit by them, but damage boosting into his body does 1 for some reason. So if you ever think you're going to get hit, you can just jump into him instead.
I also wonder what made them decide that their weakness is eyes.
I don't know. Thanks for the GGs.
Oh, thanks, X. Bye, X. Well, thanks, X.
Now we got this. Gonna farm some more cyber elves off these guys.
1 and 2 are the more difficult ones, but I love 1 and 2. Especially 1. You just say far more elves off these guys.
Alright, now the most important part of the run. So, save our file. Load that file. So this goes into like New Game Plus basically, and we can see how many elves did I collect. All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
77 whole elves.
Very good. Ultra GG. Awesome fast credits.
Very nice. Yeah, that was a sick run.
Thank you. I'm glad I got all the Elves. I'm glad it wasn't too much of a disaster. There's a few places where like you can lose so much time in this category because like you just end up having to redo an entire stage if you die or you miss an elf or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, awesome job, man. Well, this was a great run, but do you guys have any shout outs that you'd like to give before we take a break?
Shout out to Fat Kid for being here.
Shoutouts to Flame for commentating, I guess. For my run as well.
The shout outs handshake.
That's about it.
I love that. Oh God, sorry, that's really loud to everyone. I apologize. My compressor is not working well. Okay, cool. Shout out to Jarrett, who's in the kitchen, like within earshot.
Yeah, I came out of my decades of retirement for him, and now I'll go back into it.
Oh no!
Go back.
Never to be seen again.
Back into the night. We kneel.
Doodle. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you again. Great run, and to our viewers at home, or wherever you're watching this, could be at work. Hopefully, it's not at work and you're doing work. Because wait, it's Saturday. Never mind.
No, watching Mega Man at work is based.
It's a Saturday Zero showcase. Says the Jarrett. We are playing, showcasing all of the Zero games. So come up next, Zero Dose with Meta Ruler. That should be a good one? Question mark. We'll see how he does. I think he's going to do great. But yeah, stick around. Check out the Kickstarter if you haven't. If you don't know what we're doing, we're trying to raise support for a event called the 20X Expo, and it's be a Mega Man centered fan event. Yeah, so please check that out. Support if you can, share if you can't. And yeah, we will take a quick break, get things set up for 02, and we will see you guys in a bit.